Trump had no scheduled campaign events today, a day after pleading not guilty to those federal charges in Miami. Returning to his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club last night, the former president gave a speech to supporters while also getting a fundraising boost. Trump reportedly raising more than $2 million at that scheduled campaign fundraiser. And as we continue to follow the fallout from Trump's arraignment on those 37 felony charges, some are asking questions about the status of the classified document investigations involving President Joe Biden and former Vice President Mike Pence.
Taylor Hernandez is here in the studio to break down the differences. Taylor?
Well, Felicia, Todd, Mike Pence was cleared of criminal charges involving classified documents found in his possession. As for the current president, that investigation is ongoing. The biggest difference in those investigations and the one that led to Trump's charges are allegations in the indictment that Donald Trump worked against the Department of Justice, not with them. I spoke with a former DOJ criminal trial attorney who explained the biggest parts of this type of investigation deal with knowledge. Did the person under investigation know they were in possession of classified documents? And the other is intent. Did they keep those documents purposefully?
The indictment of former President Trump basically says he knowingly and intentionally withheld documents that he was not entitled to, which were national security documents, which could impact the security of the United States.
The former president maintains his stronghold on the Republican Party, but is approaching what a political expert at the University of Miami says is its peak. So the indictment puts those running against Trump for the Republican nomination in a pretty interesting position.
If they want Trump's voters to come to them, which limits their willingness to really come after him, right? Because hardcore Trump supporters are probably not going to peel off towards somebody who is Donald Trump's biggest critic.
We have all of your indictment questions answered on our website. Just look for the story on our homepage. In the studio tonight, Taylor Hernandez, WPBF 25 News.
Well, a new Quinnipiac University poll shows Trump's support among Republican and Republican-leaning voters remains largely unchanged despite his indictment. The poll was conducted June 8th through the 12th. It shows 53% support Trump, while 23% support Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Former Vice President Mike Pence, former United Nations Ambassador and South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie each received 4% support. Our coverage of Trump's arraignment continues on our WPBF 25 News app. We're breaking down how the federal charges could shape his campaign going forward. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play.
And as of